Hello, my name is Connor. I am the lead Python instructor at 1150 Academy. And today I'm going to be talking about recoding your future, not only in terms of like changing career paths or just going from place to place, and just talking about 1150 Academy and what we do. We have a couple students, Desiree and Tracy are in the Python course, currently in Blue Badge, and we also have Nick, who is in Blue for .NET. Okay, so quick timeline is what 1150 Academy is, crunching numbers from 1150 Academy. What do we do for the students, and how we actually admit and push students through, and just overall like making sure that their experience is what they want. And then we're also going to have wrap up and questions if we have time at the very end. So 1150 Academy is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicating to bridging the tech talent and tech literacy gap in Indiana. We were founded in the house of Scott Jones, who was the founder of Boston Technology that invented a lot of voicemail technology we still use today, and he also invented Cha-Cha, if anyone remembers that. We moved to Launch Fishers about 2 or 3 years after that, just because we were growing too big, which is where we currently are at now, and we have 3 locations, one just outside of Launch Fishers and one downtown. And we were the first coding bootcamp in Indiana and the only coding bootcamp right now to actually separate by languages. The only exception is .NET, more of a framework rather than using C#. Yeah, you know the deal. We train developers fast. We have a 3-month model, and we recently added a 6-month model, which is a 24-week curriculum based on people who can't just go full-in time immersive or full-time immersion right now. So they have time to do it on the side, on the evenings, rather. And we use a project-based workflow rather than memorization and tests. We don't test you, we give you quizzes, you make projects, and you prove what you can do with code rather than knowledge. So 25% of women students, which is really nice because a lot of diversity quotas. 90% graduation rate and 81% job placement rate. Average starting salary, what we would typically expect, is $51,000, and a lot of people starting off between $55K and $82,000 a year. These are based on 2017 and 2018 data. So we include .NET JavaScript, the recently added cybersecurity, which was started yesterday for a part-time course and a full-time course. And we have Python, which I was the starter of that course. We have 2 different curriculum models, as I said before. We have a 3-month course, which is full immersion, 9 to 5, and we also have a part-time course, which is 24 weeks. The full-time courses, like I said, are 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and these are for the people who really just want to dive in and just do it. I want to change careers fast as soon as possible. Let's do it. Part-time courses they're still in person, so they're not online. Part of it is online, but they still have in-person classes, Monday and Wednesday, and they are from 6 to 9 p.m. These are still 1150, recommended for those who need to work to make ends meet, people who don't have that financial support. So really nice. 85% of students use some sort of tuition assistance, and we still provide lunch daily for the full-time. So when you do come in, you get free food. I like it. And we also give a rich team-driven community to cooperate and compete with. To compete, not really too much, more like friendly competition. We give students the tools, resources, and knowledge needed to survive in the world of software development. So rather than a developer who just knows some tools, just going off into the world being like, hey, I'm here. We make sure we keep up to date with our curriculum by talking to industry professionals and making sure that we use what we know people out in the world are using, and we change curriculum based off that. We learn a lot of version control software, so obviously the big one is Git and GitHub. Deploying to cloud environments. Every course right now uses Heroku, and Python is currently using AWS. We utilize package managers through every course. We teach students how to use, manipulate, and requirements.txt, obviously. And everyone uses a relational database, PostgreSQL for .NET and JavaScript, and SQL Server for .NET, just because it comes built into Visual Studio. And the ability to be a part of the entire software development lifecycle. Rather than just coding, we also teach deployment. We teach how to maintain, how to actually properly branch off and do things, and or branch off on GitHub. And we offer workshops to broaden horizons and introduce rabbit holes for students. Maybe they don't want to code. Maybe they came here thinking they wanted to code, but they maybe found out like, oh, I can be a project manager, or I can be some product owner, something like that, which is awesome. The workshops are classes tailored for specific material to introduce and deliver new material from an outside perspective. They are all taught by industry professionals, and they include like Scrum, DevOps, interviewing, which is a big one, resumes, security, IP, web design, and a lot more. And they are meant to allow students to understand rather than just say, hey, you can do this and you should do this. It's more of the fact that, hey, you have the option to. You just need this brief understanding of it now, and you can dive into it on your own. But here it is as more of like an introduction. So the big reason why I'm here is because of our intro to code. Our intro to code is built off of, well, we use HTML and CSS just to give people an introduction because, like I said before, they come in and they have no idea what's going on. It is 2 times a month, and it is every other week. It goes at the same pace of the course that you would normally go through, and it is completely free. So the people who, like if you guys have any friends saying, hey, I want to do something, or can you help me fix something, you can do it on your own, whatever. We make sure that we give them this option where we can go to, obviously, 1150 Academy and go free, see if it's right for them. Okay? And we leave with the project to tweak and show off to family and friends. We make a portfolio thing with HTML and CSS just as a base beginner language that everyone can use. And if someone you know or you are interested in this, check 1150.org for dates and times. The next one coming up, I believe, is this Saturday. We also have I can't really zoom in on that. The admissions process, because like I said before, obviously a lot of people come in, they don't know what they want to know. Okay, they come in, I like Python, I've watched this video on .NET, I've watched this video on JavaScript, and I think JavaScript's awesome, but I don't know what it does. We use a lot of infographics and tools like this just to be visually representative of what we actually offer. So I can send that out somewhere. Python's on, like, to the left, right there. Yeah. So we just make sure that we're really informed and guided on what we actually give to the students and what we make sure that they know what they're getting into. Obviously, go back to free the intro to code. So the people who should be able to recode their future are the people who are not interested in college and want to get into a career now. So the people, like I said, your friends or you just want to learn a new language, they just want to switch and go. Okay, that's why we offer the part-time course for the people that still need to work to make sure that they still have the financial stability to continue on and actually change, or the people who actually are financially stable and can just go on their own and just go full-on immersive for 3 months. We had a student before who was already a .NET and SQL developer for a financial company. His employer paid for him to come in to 1150 Academy and learn Python. He was one of our most successful students because he already had development experience. People who code as a hobby but don't know where to go or need guidance and direction. That was me for a long time. I had no idea where to go. Everything was console, no idea how to build websites, no idea how to deploy and do anything. I went to 1150 Academy, and it was the best decision I ever made. So that is the end of the presentation. Are there any questions?
Do you look for volunteers to teach those intro to code classes or anything like that?
We haven't taken a volunteer. Normally it's just our instructors that are the ones that come through. I can ask and get you an answer for that, though, if you come see me after.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? That was a head scratch and not a raising of
Question
hands.
way back.
Oh. Yeah, Mo sitting on here in the back.
Is the intro to coding thing just a one-time lesson, or is it like on a schedule?
Right now it is on a schedule. We do it 2 times a month. We're trying to do one on a Saturday and one on a Thursday in the evening for people who have schedules and can't go in on a Saturday. And yeah, you can go as many times as you want, but it is now mandatory for new students coming in that they have to go to intro to code, just kind of get their feet wet.
Yeah, my question was, what is the tuition for the 3-month and 6-month program?
Right now, I believe, don't take my word for it, the cybersecurity course is the most expensive. It is $18,500, and all the other courses are $13,500. I don't remember the part-time course because we only have 2 part-time courses right now, which is .NET or no, cybersecurity and JavaScript. They are significantly less than 13.5, but we do have a lot of payment plans. We have 3 different companies we go for tuition assistance, and most of them are full-time or full ride for scholarships as well.
Yeah, I was just curious how you select what languages you include in your program. Like, why .NET, why JavaScript? Why did you pick those as your core programs?
Popularity. The first one was JavaScript. It was around the time when Node was continuing to boom, and so that was one of the first ones we offered. We had Java, and I think there was an Android development class using Java, and there was JavaScript came around shortly after.
Swift was your first class.
JavaScript.
Swift.
Oh, Swift. Oh, was it Swift?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we had Swift.
I took that class.
Oh. So we had Swift, Java, and JavaScript, and then we go through by popularity. So if something is coming up on the rise, that's why we started Python last year, and then .NET came around because India is a huge .NET market.